I'm going to hand straight over to Emma. I'm going to chuck myself on mute and you don't have to listen to my voice anymore. Over to you, Em.
Thanks, Stu. Yeah, big hello to everybody that's joined this evening. Really warm, heartfelt hello to all of you that have zoomed in on this Thursday evening. As Stu said, Stu and I have known each other for a long time now, and I was really excited when he asked me to deliver this programme for you all, especially during the difficult time that we find each ourselves in at the moment. And I guess, you know, that finds us not in a normal class environment. It finds us all connecting in our homes. So just a couple of important points for you before we move on to the mat and get started. If at any point this evening you want to take on some water or have a rest, then just do that and just join back in your own time. If you're managing any illness or injury this evening, then please just work safely and kindly within the physical and mental capacity that you've got available to yourselves this morning. I want to stress this is not punishment this evening, quite the opposite. So please be careful and mindful. And if anything causes you any pain at any point in the class, then please stop. I'm going to try and offer you some options, but I can't hear you. And whilst I'll be trying to look at you all during different points in the class, I'm not always going to be able to see you. So if it's painful, then stop, and please just come out of the pose and join back in if and when you can. And really happy to answer any questions at the end of the class if you find that you weren't sure of anything. So yeah, just bear those things in mind. And also, do you know what? If you want to lie down on the mat for the whole class and have a sleep, that is also absolutely fine with me. If you want to tell the rest of your household you're doing yoga and you just want to chill out, that is absolutely fine. So do whatever feels good this evening, and we'll get going. So if you'd like to come down to lie on your backs on your mats, just allowing the body to settle within the four corners of your mat and just closing your eyes. And just take a moment to notice how you're feeling physically this evening, and notice how you're feeling emotionally as well. Knowing that this practice of yoga is really wonderful for changing how we feel physically and mentally, and knowing that how you feel now may be really different to how you feel at the end of the class. Your challenge this evening is to connect with your breath. It's not to necessarily go faster, to push harder, to get caught up in doing it right, whatever that may be. It's just to connect with your breath. And by connecting with our breath in a Vinyasa flow class, we connect our bodies and our minds, allowing ourselves just to be present in the moment that we find ourselves in. Just present here, in the here and now. Just notice your breath now. Start to deepen it, and just start to take some deeper, richer breaths into your body. And as we start to practice, try to maintain that rhythm, that steady rhythm of your breath. Just staying aware, staying mindful of where the mind goes, because I'm sure it will go to some places at points in the class. And staying aware of the physical sensations in your body. Just coming back to that breath when you get distracted, just gently coming back to the breath. So take in a full breath here. And on the exhale, just rolling the head over to the right hand side. Inhaling back to center and exhaling over to the left hand side. Inhaling back to center, exhaling over to the left hand side. Inhaling back to center, feeling the head massage along the back of the mat. And exhale over to the other side. Inhaling back to center. Exhaling over to the other side. Inhaling back to center. Exhaling over to the left. And then inhaling back to center. And staying here. And just bending the knees and bringing the soles of the feet to the floor. Hip width apart. Just going to bring some movement into the pelvis with some gentle rock and rolls, some pelvic tilts. Inhaling, and on the exhale, just gently rocking the pelvis back towards you, lifting the tailbone off the floor. And on the inhale, gently rolling it back down again. Exhaling, gently engaging the abdominal muscles, lifting the tailbone off the floor. And inhaling and gently rolling it back down. 3 more in your own time. Exhaling, rocking up. Inhaling as you roll it back down. Inhaling, pressing the back down into the mat. You gently scoop the belly out. Exhaling as you roll it back down. Just coming back to neutral when you've done those couple more. And then keeping the knees bent, inhaling, just taking the arms slightly wider than the mat, and just dropping the knees over to the right on the exhale. However low they go is right for you this evening. Only go as far as is easy. Inhaling back to center, exhaling, dropping over to the left-hand side. Inhaling, bringing the knees back up to center. Exhaling, back over to the right, with the option of just rolling the head in the opposite direction this time. Inhaling, back to center. Dropping knees and rolling head over to the opposite side. Inhaling, back to center. And staying here. And extending the left leg out, back flat to the mat. Bend the right knee into the chest, interlacing the fingers around the front of the shin. Inhaling, and on the exhale, just gently hugging the shin in towards the direction of the shoulder. Breathing here. Inhaling, noticing the space your belly creates, and then as you exhale, just hugging the knee in towards that space. One more breath here. And then just switching sides, so bringing the right leg down to the ground, left knee into the chest, interlacing the fingers around the front of that shin. Inhaling, creating space, and on the exhale, hugging that knee in towards the shoulder. Taking a few more breaths here. And then on the exhale, bending both knees again. Just bring the soles of the feet flat to the floor. I'm just going to start to warm up the core a little bit more now. So you want to bring your hands to either side of your head. Bring the feet off the floor so the shins are parallel with the ceiling. So your legs are kind of at a 90-degree angle. And we're going to move into our yogi bicycle, which is essentially opposite knee to elbow, but it's a slow and steady bicycle, as you might expect we would ride in a mindful yoga class. So as you inhale, just engage, as you exhale, just engage your abdominal muscles. As you inhale, just lift the shoulders, the neck and the head off the mat. As you inhale, And exhale, extend that right leg out and bring the right elbow to the left knee, sorry. Inhaling back to center, keeping the shoulders and the neck and head off the floor. And then going opposite knee to elbow on the other side. Inhaling back to center, right elbow to the left knee. Extending the right leg out. Inhaling back to center, extending that left leg out, bringing the left elbow to the right knee. Bit of a test of coordination for everyone at this time in the evening. Just keep moving at your own pace. That's it, good control, guys. Let's do some good bicycles there. Slow and steady. Inhaling back to center, twisting on your exhale. And 2 more here. Real control, warming the core up. And coming back to center, just lowering everything back down to the floor. Keeping the knees bent, going to bring the left leg to the left outer ankle and just crossing it over that right thigh. And this might be enough for you this evening. Maybe you want to just use your left hand just to push gently on that left thigh, maybe that's enough. Also got the option to lift the right foot off the floor, bringing that shin back up to parallel. And if you like, interlacing the fingers around the back of that right thigh, just allowing you to pull the leg in just a little bit closer. Just inhaling and exhaling here. Just taking a few breaths as we just open the body up here. And bringing that right foot back to the floor, swapping sides, the right outer ankle onto that left thigh. Choosing your option on this side, whatever feels good for you this evening. I'm just taking some breaths here. And bringing that left foot back down to the mat. Right foot back down to the mat. Just going to bring your feet off the floor one more time. Put your hands onto the back of your thigh. We're just going to rock and roll up the mat here a few times. So massaging the spine and just bringing a little bit of movement in. Just gently rocking up and down the spine. Really mindfully. Up to seated in your own time, and then coming onto all fours into a tabletop position. So here you want your hands, your wrists beneath your shoulders and your knees below your hips. And on the inhale, you're going to drop your belly, lift your chest, lift the chin to come into cow. And on the exhale, drop that chin and start to push and curve the spine back into your cat. Inhaling, dropping the belly, lifting the chest, gazing upwards. Exhaling, dropping the chin, curving up into your cat. Pressing down through the hands and the tops of the feet. Inhaling, moving back through into your cow. Lifting the tailbone high at the back, eyes gazing forward at the front. Curving back into your cat. Move through some rounds of cat-cows. One more time through. So inhaling, dropping the belly, lifting through to cow. Dropping everything, curving the spine up into your last cat. Before you come back to a neutral tabletop position. From here, we're going to do that well-known yoga move called Fists of Fire, just to keep warming the core up. So you want to extend your right arm out in front of you and extend the left leg back. So you can keep the toes on the ground at this stage as one option, or if you want, engage the core and the glutes to lift that left leg off the mat. Wherever you are, we're going to inhale, and on the exhale, we're going to bring the elbow into the knee, drawing everything into that midline. Where we inhale and extend it back out. Exhale, bringing everything into the midline as we curve the spine here. Inhale to extend everything back out. And 3 more here. Everything into midline. On the exhale, with control. Inhaling to extend everything back out in opposite directions. And the slower we go, the harder we find it is. I'm just coming back to that tabletop position after that last one. So switching sides, this time left arm out, right arm out, either toes connected to the floor or lifted up into the air. Inhaling, and then as we exhale, drawing everything into the midline, elbow to knee. Nice looking back, inhaling as we extend back out. So really engaging those core muscles as we move through on the inhale and the exhale. Taking another couple here. One more wherever you are. Come back into your tabletop position. And then from here, I'm just going to curl your toes under. Pressing down through the hands, engaging the core. Pushing down through the toes, just lift your knees off the mat before pushing back into your first downward facing dog of the evening. You're pressing down through those fingers, lifting the sit bones high up to the ceiling, maybe a micro bend in the knees at this point. Backs of the legs pushing towards the back of the room. Perhaps just walking out the legs at this point, so bending one knee. And then bending the other, just walking out your dog. Just open up the hamstrings a little bit. Letting the head hang heavy. And then just finding a place of stillness in your downward facing dog. So just take a few breaths here. Notice where your breath is now. Reconnecting with that inhale, moved away from it. Exhaling here. And just slowly start to walk the feet to meet the hands at the top of the mat. And just hang heavy here, bending the knees as much as you need to get your belly to your thighs, so that you can just hang and let gravity do its thing. And this forward fold, maybe taking hands to opposite elbows and just hanging or swinging gently from side to side in our ragdoll. And just let the head go. And then releasing the elbows, just slowly starting to roll up the spine, gently with control up to standing. Just coming to stand at the top of your mat. Moving into sun salutations here, we're going to do 3 rounds, so just come with me We'll be doing it a few times, so opportunity just to pick up all of the instructions if you find you get lost at any point. So inhaling, arms straight up to the ceiling, exhaling into a forward fold, bending the knees as much as you need to get your belly to your thighs and your hands to the floor. Inhale, sliding the hands up the shins to come to a flat back. Before bending the knees, planting the hands either side of the feet and stepping back into your plank position. Dropping the knees, tops of the feet, and then bending the elbows to lower the body with control to the mat. Inhaling as you press down through the tops of the feet, engage the quads, just lifting the chest into your cobra. Exhaling, lowering back down. Inhaling as you tuck the toes, push the bum back to the heels and lift back up into your downward facing dog. Again, possibly just keeping that micro bend in the knees so you can really lift those sit bones high. Maybe still walking the feet out one more time as we just continue to wake the body up. Just taking 2 more breaths here. And then walking up towards the front of the mat one more time. Exhaling as we fold over the knees again. And then inhaling, sweeping the arms back up towards the ceiling as we come back to standing. Exhaling, arms by the side of the body. And we go again. Inhaling, arms straight up to the ceiling. Exhaling, down into forward fold. Inhaling, sliding hands up the shins to flat back. Bending the knees, planting the hands, stepping back into your plank position. Dropping the knees, soles of the feet, exhaling as you lower down to the mat. Inhaling, pressing through the feet, engaging the quads, lightly through the hands, lifting into your cobra. Exhaling as you lower down, push the bum back to the heels, and then lift the knees up into your downward facing dog. Great work, everyone. I'm taking 3 breaths here. Inhaling 1, exhale 1. Inhaling 2, exhale 2. Inhaling 3, exhaling 3. And then either walking, stepping the feet to the top of the mat. Inhale and then exhaling into that forward fold. Inhaling, arms up to the ceiling. Exhaling, arms to the side of the body to your mountain pose. One more time, you know where we're going this time. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, sliding the hands at the shins, flat back. Planting the hands to the side of the feet, stepping back into your plank. Have another option this time. You can either drop the knees as we did before, or staying in your plank, simply start to bend the elbows, lowering down until the triceps are parallel with the floor, then rolling over the tops of the feet, lifting the chest up into your upward facing dog. Thighs are engaged, glutes are engaged, and they are off the floor. Shoulders down. We're rolling over the toes, pushing back into your downward facing dog. You've got a couple of options there, guys. We'll be moving through that flow at different points in the class. Just choose whatever is right for you tonight. Taking a couple of breaths here, connecting with that breath. Noticing where the mind's at now, how the body's feeling. And stepping or walking up to the top of the mat. Inhaling to that flat back. Exhaling as we fold. And inhaling back up to standing. Arms by the side of our body. Everybody's feeling a little bit warmer now. Remember, you can grab water or have rest at any point. Otherwise, come with me. So inhaling, this time bending the knees as we sit back into our chair position. Tailbone tucked under, core engaged, arms reaching forwards. Exhaling into your forward fold. Inhaling to your flat back. Planting the hands, stepping back into your plank. Lowering down through your choice. Inhaling and lifting up, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhaling as you roll back into your downward facing dog. And then this time looking forward between the hands, stepping the right foot between the hands, giving it a little help if you need to, just to get there. And then turning the toes of the back foot out towards the left-hand side of the mat. Engage in the core, inhaling the body up to standing into your warrior one. Inhaling here. Inhaling, making sure you're pressing down through the back edge of that back foot. Exhaling, so you maybe just lower a little bit further into that lunge. Inhaling and lengthening up through the side of your body. Exhaling, making sure the shoulders are relaxed. One more breath. Inhaling, and on that exhale, now just dropping the arms down in opposite directions to come into our warrior two, making sure that back foot is now just turned so the back edge of the foot is parallel with the back of the mat. We're in a slightly wider stance here. Inhaling, making sure we're still pressing down through the back edge of that foot. Exhaling as we just sink into our warrior two position. Inhaling, gazing over the middle finger of our front hand. Exhaling here. And inhaling and straightening the front leg. Exhaling, extending as far forward as you can from your hips before bringing that front hand down to either comfortable place, either on the shin or ankle, or maybe floor if you're super flexible in this position. My hands on my calf. And bring that top arm up straight towards the ceiling. As you inhale here. The option to gaze down at your feet, to look straight in front of you, or if it's available and you wish, looking up towards the fingers on the top hand. Just breathing here. And inhaling, engaging through that core to come back up to standing. Flipping that front palm. Inhaling and then exhaling as we just reverse our triangle. Sweeping those fingers along the ceiling and resting the back hand on the thigh into a reverse triangle. Coming back up to our warrior two arms, so arms parallel. Rebending the knee. Just spinning that back foot in and then windmilling the hands down to either side of that front foot and stepping back into our downward facing dog. And we will vinyasa here, guys. So inhaling through to your plank position, coming down through your choice, either knees or your chaturanga. Inhaling into cobra, or upward facing dog. pushing back, bum to heels, and lifting into your downward facing dog. We're not staying here for long. Looking between the hands, this time stepping that left foot forward, spinning that back foot so the toes are angled out towards the right hand side of the mat this time. Engaging those core muscles as we inhale and come up to standing warrior one on the other side. This is a strong pose. Make sure you're pressing down through the back edge of that right foot. Hips should be squared towards the front of the mat. Shoulders relaxed. As arms go up towards the sky. Inhaling. 2 more breaths here. And inhaling on the exhale, dropping the arms down in opposite directions, drawing your swords into warrior two. Back edge of that back foot parallel with the back of the mat. Inhaling, lengthening up through the body. Exhale, lowering into that lunge, knee over ankle. Inhale, gazing over the front fingers. Exhale, perhaps lowering a little bit more. Inhaling, straightening that front leg. Exhaling as you extend as far forward as you can from the hips before dropping that front hand to the right leg. Maybe the hand is in a different place to where it was on the left. Maybe it feels a little bit different on this side. 2 more breaths here. Engaging the core, inhaling, coming back up to standing, exhaling, bending that front knee, windmilling the hands to frame that front foot, stepping back into your downward facing dog. And taking 3 breaths here as we come to the end of that warrior and triangle flow. Where is your breath? Letting that head hang heavy. Just reconnecting with the breath here. Or either stepping, or maybe hopping to the front of the mat. Inhaling to your flat back. Exhaling with a fold. When we inhale and come back up through our chair position. Knees bent, arms extended towards the ceiling. Sitting down in your chair, let go. Inhaling to stand back up and exhaling, arms to the side of our body. Okay, and standing at the top of your mat, I'm just going to stand a little bit more side on so you can see. I'm going to just start now to take your weight into your left leg. So looking to have the weight distributed evenly through that left foot. Just engaging the quad, lifting the kneecap and engaging those core muscles. Have a number of options here as we come into our tree. Trees can look very different. Ours may all look very different this evening. Just turning that right knee out, either placing the foot just inside the bottom of our left leg, or perhaps bringing the sole of the foot to the calf. Or if it's available, perhaps you just want to have a play, it's just bringing that foot up to the inside of your left thigh. Some leggings don't always help with this. And just see if you can use the breath to come to a steady point of balance. So really engaging that left leg, pressing the sole of the foot and the thigh together, bringing the hands to heart center, seeing if you can find a steady point of balance. And then just bringing the right knee in towards the midline of the body. Another well-known yoga position, the Karate Kid position. You're gonna keep that right knee where it is. You're gonna lift your arms up straight into the air. And then just engaging those abdominals and really engaging the glute, particularly on that standing leg. And inhale, lengthening. As you exhale, just start to tip forward. We come into our Superman or a Warrior 3 position. Maybe the leg doesn't go that far back. Maybe it's more comfortable to put your hands on your hips. We're looking to come into a horizontal position. But whatever your Warrior 3 looks like this evening is good enough. Ah, great Warrior 3, guys. Great Supermans there, or Superwomen. See where the mind goes when the body is moving and wobbling around and it's maybe not doing what we want it to do. And inhale, and on your next exhale, just dropping that right foot gently back down to the mat to come into a high lunge position. So front leg is bent and we're just up on the ball of that back foot, arms up in the air. On the exhale, bringing the hands to prayer position, and then just twisting, bringing that right elbow over the left thigh. Maybe dropping the knee at this point, if that's more comfortable, you wish to do that. And just twisting over to that left-hand side. And inhale, lengthening the crown of the head towards in front of you. And on the exhale, pressing through the palms and just gently twisting a little bit more into the space. One more breath here. Exhale. And just unfold from that twist. Planting the hands either side of the foot. Dropping the knee if you haven't already. And then just lifting up and stepping back into your downward facing dog position. Inhaling forward to plank. Lowering down. Lifting up through cobra in your upward facing dog. Exhaling back into downward facing dog. One more time. Looking forward between the hands, either stepping or just into the front of the mat. Inhaling to your flat back. Exhaling down, forward fold. Inhaling, sweeping back up to standing. We're ready to do it all over again on the other side. So this time, bringing your weight into that right leg. Looking to have that weight really evenly distributed. And taking one of those three options, either turning the left knee out, just gently resting the foot here, sole of the foot to calf, or into that inner thigh. Really helps to engage those glutes and just gaze at a steady point, a moving point somewhere in front of you. Maybe bringing the heart, the hands to heart center. Maybe you want to open your arms up. Maybe wave those branches of your tree around a little bit this evening. If you really want to test yourselves, which is not what it's about, close your eyes. Inhale, bring that knee into center again, lifting the arms up towards the ceiling. And on the exhale, starting to tip forward again into our Warrior 3. Arms extending out in front, back leg extending out. And if you watched Indiana Jones at the weekend, you're almost trying to keep one side of the room, pushing it away from you, the other side back, you know, those rooms that try and squash you. Really wanting to extend out in both directions. And then on an exhale, stepping that left foot down to the mat, come into your high lunge position. Hands up in the air. Exhaling, hands to prayer. And twisting the left elbow over the right knee this time to come into that balancing twist on the other side. Inhaling as you lengthen, crown of the head forward. Exhaling as you press through the palms and just twist a little bit more. One more breath here. Twisting back to centre. Planting hands either side of the feet. And depending on where your knee is, just creating the space so you can step back into your downward facing dog one more time. As you come to the end of that balancing flow, just taking 3 breaths here. Inhaling. And then exhaling. Finding that rhythm that you found at the start of the class. Inhaling, looking through between the hands, either walking, stepping, or hopping up to the front of your mat. Inhaling to that flat back before you forward fold one more time. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms down to the side. Back to the top of your mat. Inhaling, arms up, exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, flat back, planting the hands, stepping back into your plank position. Lowering down, either dropping the knees, coming down through your chaturanga. Inhaling up, cobra, upward facing dog. Pushing back into downward facing dog. And here you're going to look between the hands, step that right foot forward, come into that lunge position, and then just drop the back knee. And then just going to heel toe this right foot out a little bit wider than the shoulder. So the right hand is now inside that right foot. And the right foot is a little bit wider than that shoulder. And we come into our lizard position from here. So inhaling, as you exhale, just letting the hips go heavy and come forward. Maybe if you've got the space, just starting to walk the hands a little bit further forward. Maybe you find you've got the space to come down onto your forearms, maybe not. You've got a brick, maybe you want to bring that in here and just rest on it. Hugging that knee in towards the shoulder for stability. And just trying to enjoy this hip opener on this side of your body. Just coming back to the breath. And then inhaling, just gently coming back up, bringing the foot back in between the hands, and then just starting to walk the hands back as we come into our half monkey or half split. So you're just bringing the weight back over that back leg. We're not looking to get the bum to the heel, we're just looking to come back into this position. Feeling it along that front leg. Keeping the toes flexed towards the ceiling. Inhaling as we lengthen. As we exhale, maybe just folding a little bit further forward over that front leg. To keep the weight evenly distributed across the hips. One more breath. And exhale. And then walking forward, back into that low lunge position. Hands either side of that front foot. Curl the toes. Lift that back knee. Step into your downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting that right leg up into the air. And on the exhale, bending the knee, bringing it through, just placing that right knee behind the right wrist, foot angling out towards the other side of the mat. If you have any issues with your knees or this is causing you any pain, you can come into the stretch that we did in the warm-up where we were on our backs and you crossed one leg over the other. Otherwise, looking to keep the hips facing forwards, back leg extended out straight behind you. Inhale to lengthen the body, and as you exhale, just start to fold forwards over that front leg. Maybe using your fists to create a pillow to rest your head on, or maybe just onto the tops of your hands. And just breathe. This can be a little bit of a love it or hate it pose. Just notice where the mind goes for you, how the body feels, and can you use your breath just to come back to that steady place. And then inhale, just gently coming back up, lifting the body as we come back up out of our pigeon pose. And then we're just going to drop the right foot cheek to the mat, and we're going to just come into a seated position. Come into a wide leg position, however wide it's comfortable for you. This is as wide as I will go this evening. Taking the hands behind you, inhaling to lift the chest up, and then on the exhale, just starting to fold forward from the hip crease. So they're just starting to then walk the hands forward, coming into your wide leg forward fold. Some of you might find your knees, your nose is to the floor. Some of you may find that this is where you are this evening. Still engaging the quads as we just breathe here. Inhaling, just to come back up to seated. Bringing the knees into the body, just giving yourselves a little hug before coming back onto all fours. And lifting back into your downward facing dog. We're going to come straight into lizard on the other side. So looking between the hands, stepping that left foot through into your lunge position, dropping the back knee, the right knee, and just heel toeing that left foot out slightly wider than your shoulders. Inhaling, on the exhale, just let those hips go heavy, let them come forward. Just let the hips open on this side. Maybe walking those hands forward. Maybe you go a little bit lower on the side, maybe you don't. But hugging that knee in towards the shoulder. And just letting go in this pose. Breathing here. And just noticing how the physical sensations just change as you breathe and let go. And inhaling to come back up, gently bringing the foot back in between the hands. As we just walk the hands backwards to bring the weight towards the back of our body. Into our half monkey on our left hand side. Inhaling, and as you exhale, can you just fold the body a little bit more over that front leg. Front foot flexed, And 2 more breaths here. And then inhaling, just gently bend that knee. Bring the hands forward, planting the hands either side of the foot, lifting the knee on that right leg, stepping back into a downward facing dog. Inhaling that left leg up into the air. As you exhale, bringing that left knee behind the left wrist and the left foot out towards the right side of the mat. You don't have to have that shin parallel. It's whatever is comfortable for you tonight. Inhaling just to lengthen up through the body. A glance behind you, check that back leg is extended out straight. Top of the foot to the mat. And on the exhale, just folding forward again. Over far as comfortable. Just to come into your resting pigeon pose. Inhaling to just gently unfold. Lifting the body back up. I'm just going to spin around, otherwise you're going to drop your left butt cheek to the floor to come into that wide-legged position. One more time. Taking the hands behind you, inhale, just lengthen that spine. And on the exhale, just folding from the hip creases. Maybe your hands still stay behind you. Maybe you walk them a little bit further forward if you have the space in your fold. We're not looking to really curve the spine here. Looking to keep that integrity. And just breathe in here. Let go of where you think you should be or want to be. Just accept where you are this evening. One more breath here. And then bending the knees, hugging the knees into the body. And then just gently coming down to lie on your backs on the mat. And just bending the knees, bringing the soles of the feet to the mat. Lifting the feet up so the shins are parallel to the ceiling as we did at the start. Inhale, and on that exhale, drop those knees over to the right hand side. Gazing over the left shoulder if that's comfortable. Just come into some final twists before our relaxation. Maybe closing the eyes. And inhaling, lifting the knees back to center. And on the exhale, dropping them over to the left. Rolling the head over to the right. Bring the knees back up to center. And gently bringing the soles of the feet to the mat. And then extending the legs out. Coming into our Shavasana. This is perhaps the most challenging part of the class, the point where you just need to lie still. If at this point you want to jumper on or pop some socks on, grab a blanket, then now's the time to do that. And just give you Just give you a minute to get comfortable. Maybe you want to turn the light off. And just come to lie down. And let the body settle. And let the mind settle. And let that breath settle. And as we come into this relaxation part of the class, all you need to do is follow my voice as I guide your awareness around different parts of your body. Just imagine, without moving them, just imagine a light coming on in each of those areas, like a warm glow behind a window in a welcoming home. Bring your awareness to your right thumb. Your right thumb. Second finger, third finger, fourth finger, and little finger. The four fingers and the thumb together. The four fingers and the thumb together. Bring your awareness to the palm of your right hand, the back of the hand, the right wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, right shoulder, right armpit. Just bring your awareness to the whole of the right arm, the whole of the right arm. And bring your awareness to the right chest, the right waist, the right hip, all the way down the right thigh, the back of the thigh, the knee, the back of the knee, the shin, the calf, the right ankle, the arch of the foot, the sole of the foot, and the right big toe, the right big toe, the second toe, the third toe, the fourth toe, and the little toe, the 5 toes together, the 5 toes together, the whole of the right leg, the whole of the right side body. Bring your awareness to your left thumb, the second finger, the third finger, the fourth finger, and the little finger, the 4 fingers and the thumb together. Bring your awareness to your left palm, the back of the left hand, the left wrist, the forearm, the elbow, the upper arm, the shoulder, and the left armpit. Just bring your awareness to the whole of the left arm, the whole of the left arm. Bring your awareness to the left chest, the left waist, the left hip, all the way down the left thigh, the back of the thigh, the knee, the back of the knee, the shin, the left calf, the left ankle, the left arch, the sole of the left foot, the left big toe, the left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe, the 5 toes together, the 5 toes together, the whole of the left leg, the whole of the left side body. And now gently bring your awareness to the back of the body. Take the awareness to the right heel, the left calf, the right calf, the left butt cheek, the right butt cheek, the left side of the back, the left side of the back, and the right side of the back, the right side of the back, the left shoulder blade, the right shoulder blade, the whole of the length of the spine. Imagine those warm lights all the way from the bottom to the top of the spine, the whole of the spine. Bring the awareness to the back of the head, all the way to the top of the head. And allow the awareness to shift back to the front of the body, the forehead, the right eye, the left eye, the space in between the eyebrows, the right ear, the left ear, the right cheek, the left cheek, the right nostril, the left nostril, the upper lip, the lower lip, and the point where the lips meet, the chin and the throat, the right side of the chest, the left side of the chest, and the whole chest, the navel, the abdomen. Take the awareness to the whole of the right leg, the left leg, the right arm, and the left arm. Both legs, both arms, the abdomen, the chest, the whole of the back, and the whole of the head, the whole of the body, the whole of the body, the whole of the body. Just bring your awareness to the breath again. Can each light that you've placed become brighter as you inhale? And can the warmth spread from those lights as you breathe out, as you exhale? Breathing here. Taking a few more minutes to rest, relax in Shavasana. I'll let you know when it's time to come out. Keeping the eyes closed, just start to bring some awareness back to the body. Just awareness back to the space that you're in. Just gently starting to move the fingers, move the toes. Maybe it would feel good to have a real stretch here. And in your own time, just keeping the eyes closed, roll over onto the right side of your body. Just using that right hand as a pillow. You just come into a comfortable position on your right side. And just gently in your own time coming up to a comfortable seated position. There's no rush here. Just gently coming up. It's kneeling, maybe cross-legged. Just keeping the eyes closed. Bring palms of the hands together, heart center. And just bowing the head in gratitude, grateful for the opportunity that we've all had to connect this evening, to practice together. Giving thanks to yourself. Thanks to the people that you have around you. Namaste.